Owen, yeah.
Not something that you've seen before from the lads? Or?
Yeah, so I know Atlantic pretty well. We played in some UK tournaments together. You know, he's very specific with the heroes he plays. He doesn't really venture out to new heroes. And I can confirm, this is not a hero he plays. I have not seen him play it in pubs. Maybe it's a scrim thing, but this is very much like, in the moment, they're game 2, they're up. It feels like they're just trying something new with the need to flex the Darkseer away from that lane. As soon as they see that Morphling pick, they're like, wow, yeah, our draft is not going to deal with this. So it feels more like a in-the-moment thing rather than a kind of strategical, like, haha, this is a strat that we run. But it does allow for them to have a good pace to the game. Darkseer in mid, he's going to be able to farm up, utilize jungle. Sure. And when you have an Axe and Lifestealer running at you, the weakness of these two heroes is they lack that extra bit of damage to truly run into jungle and pressure. That's what Darkseer unlocks with these type of lineups. So they do have a way to play into their draft, but it is very quirky, it is very clunky, and they're going to have to be able to have a high level of execution, just like in game 1.
And I mean, do you think there's that much value as well to forcing and slipping in an Axe as that last pick when you are against the Troll, just to make sure that the Troll has obviously a pretty nasty time throughout the game, right? That the Culling Blade is quite an issue for the Troll to fight into at many stages of the game.
Well, it's the same thing as game 1, right, for Chicken Fighters. They don't really have that early damage to the game. They need to be able to scale. And Axe is a hero where, with the correct position 4, he's such a potent laner. And I think he's going to have a free game, utilize that Vanguard, start skipping towers, that constant front line to unlock the rest of his team to play. So I think it's going to be a very good Axe game. And I like the fact that they were able to find a way to get it into the game, because if they just went for a generic Darkseer off lane, Atlantic plays some Lina or some Tiny or some Ember Spirit, this game would have been so difficult to truly win all the lanes to give themselves momentum. Because once again, into the breach, they want to play strong lane and forwardly move into the map.
Sure. And having it this way around is better. Like, there couldn't have been a world where if they really wanted the Axe in, they have the Axe mid and still run the Darkseer in the offlane, or is it just you don't feel good running a Darkseer into a Morph lane?
Yeah, you just don't feel, especially if you don't have a melee position 4. I think it's a product of this opening, right? Like, I really didn't like how Into the Breach approached this draft. Opening with a Darkseer and a Willow, it's like you've already accepted that you're not going to have pressure on the offlane. So it's kind of like they're fixing problems to how they approach this draft. But if they can perform with it, oh, this is so obnoxious from Era. And Zytek knows as well. Take away the Iron Shell. Yeah, that's pretty annoying, but yeah, he can at least utilize jungle with the shell. Quickly going to get the bottle out. But this is the type of draft that Chicken Fighters, if they can get over that hurdle of that early aggression like Into the Breach had before, they're going to outscale so easily. There's going to be no clean lockdown for a Morphling for a Troll. This is going to be emulating that OG series last night where you had the Anti-Mage, the Troll, early pressure from Hellbear smashes, the game looked pretty close, but then eventually it gets over that boiling point where suddenly this Troll plus other core, it's just too hard to deal with.
Yeah, anywhere past 30 minutes, it does feel like that, as you said, if they're not like 10k behind or more, into the breach, you're going to really struggle. You know, having just this sort of solo core lifesteal against a Troll and a Morph, if these two heroes are able to get items, sounds pretty miserable.
Yeah, the trade-off though for this mid situation is Troll's going to absolutely free farm. Atlantic is naturally going to be going towards the jungle, trying to pull creep waves if possible. Supreme, a hero that we want to have scaling quite early, he's going to have the freest of times.
Yeah. He's going to get that solo XP, of course, be in the mid. And absolutely, you're going to see a quick start for Supreme.
The value of this wall, though, Owen.
The wall.
The Darkseer wall, you hit the Morphling and the Troll. Maybe that was their play all along.
Sure, you're getting 2 carries there. That's true. That's true. I see him at bottom, you know, Morphic, but he's doing fine down here. Charlie, 10 for 6 against the 7 for 2. So laning nicely against the Axe. And even being able to be left on his own. They're going to be able to head up and find the Axe's courier too. Zibe takes that away, hiding around by the secret shop.
Oh, I love Zibe's positioning here. Just kind of aggressively farming this jungle, preventing Darkseer maybe eventually getting some stacks off. But also, if he really wanted to, he could poke his head around the corner and apply pressure. But no, instead he's just going to run back to the lane and help out his Morphling, who is very much under tower. Pretty sad right now.
And to sort of play at the pace that they want is... Like, when you're playing the Darkseer in the mid, are you doing anything different with your build? I mean, are you also building auras, or is there some sort of... I mean, I guess the Ags Rush is still going to be first on the menu, right?
Yeah, realistically, I think that Ags is the main thing here.
Yeah.
We could be seeing a casual Helmet Dominator to give them something else to play with. So relying less on the Axe to be the front line, but you just send in the creep with the shell. But Axe is going to be so critical. Put it onto your Lifestealer, put it onto your Axe. You're going to have a triple shell because all your cores are melee. So whoever they jump on should be kind of just blowing up to this shell damage. So yeah, Axe is critical. Helmet Dominator is situational, depending if they really need to have that extra kind of vehicle to get into the fight. But it's going to be a lot less map pressure, though, from the supports this game. The previous game was all about how they kind of came to mid and unlocked it. When you have Warlock, very much a stack puller. He doesn't really want to make things happen. And for Tanner in bot lane, he can never leave this Axe alone because of this Ench threat and the pressure that she applies. So a lot more kind of static lanes from this one. Most likely no kills either.
And that's
just a farm fest, mate.
Which has got to definitely favour Chicken Fighters. As you say, Supreme, 30 and 13 in the mid lane. He's having a flawless start. No pressure on him whatsoever. Going to be a complete free farm troll.
Era just wants to mana burn Atlantic so much right now.
I see Malik and Tanner.
Oh, is he going to... Oh, there he is. He dies. Just like the previous game, unfortunately for Zibe, he does step up now and again on these supports and just gets picked off.
Yeah, it did die, yes, a couple of times in the laning stage last time round. This time, again, into the breach, finding that first blood. And as you say, the support's hard for them to make a move around mid. I mean, what do you do about Supreme getting this free farm if you're into the breach? Is there just nothing you could do to make a play around the mid lane at all?
Not really, yeah. You're going to have to... You can either just bring all your supports mid plus Tanner... plus Atlantic and just try and annoy him from farming, like they're doing right now. They're just kind of like poking and prodding. But into a troll, they just don't have that clean damage to kill him. I think the best play they can make is bait out the troll ult, make him come towards the tower, and then suddenly you root him up, and that's where your kill is.
Oh, Malik. He might just be dead here. He's going to get back in range.
Oh, is he going to have to juke?
Oh.
Bonus. Oh,
okay. Very nice. Yeah, Malik. Very, very cutely done there.
Oh, there's another creep wave, though.
Tanner's here with the backup. Jibe can't continue to look for Malik.
The greed from Malik.
He's still hanging around.
What a lad.
He's ready to run back in, get
Charlie's
the battle anchor off, charge him down. Malik will die. Jibe, he should die to the Shadow Realm here. As indeed, Tanner will be able to get the kill. Goes for the TP out, but they've got the TP cancel there. Charlie in with a stun. Able to pick up a couple of kills. So now another lane, mid lane. Supreme getting free farm. Bottom lane, Charlie getting kills. Getting 2 kills there on the Morphling.
Yeah, that wasn't worth it for the Axe for sure. It looked very good. It looked very, very manly, very Axe, but yeah, no, Charlie having a much better start to the game than like before. He has the Morbid Mask, he has a Wraith Band, he's going to be able to thrive under tower. Bringing both supports bottom. I like this play here because Malik's aggression, they identify that, instantly bring the Nyx down here as well. He TPs back in after respawn, kill him again, he won't have a game. Yeah, Malik completely overstepping his positioning here. A little bit too much confidence. He's not playing Timbersaw. He's not that tanky.
Oh, they're definitely getting away with these lane setups here, Chicken Fighters. As both Troll and Morphling having very good starts to this game.
Yeah, top net worth for both of them. Atlantic only at 2.9k net worth, not really able to unlock the jungle that much. Any stacking going on? I don't think there has. No, there really hasn't been much stacking either.
I mean, when does sort of Into the Breach hit the timing where they are going to be ready to start running at Chicken Fighters?
We're going to be looking at the Armlet on Lifestealer, and then most likely like Vanguard Blink on Axe. So then you can just really pivot around the initiation.
Well, nice done here from Era. Still be in trouble though, Tanner. Do you want to chase on for this? He doesn't. Supreme's heading over as well. Into the Breach has got to be careful. In fact, Tanner probably dead here. Supreme able to get him with the slow. So another kill. Yeah, Supreme now even getting a bit of early action, and we'll see the build here as well from him on the mid troll, just rushing the Aghanims this game, so he's got something to remove all the debuffs on himself, and of course to take away that Into the Breach is going to have due to his dark set, lots of things to dispel with the axes.
Yeah, currently this series is all about just the support duo and how they unlock the game for their team. Just in this one, Enchantress Nyx, the pressure in the side lane, rotating, killing Axe on that second respawn, then moving into mid. It's so hard for Into the Breach to really make a play, but like you said beforehand, it's that team timing that we're looking for. It's going to be that Lifestealer with the Armlet, Darkseid with the Ags, Axe with the blink. That will be when they really hit a spike. But how the game's going so far, Morphling, they're going to be able to itemize to deal with this. Like Morphling, if you go straight for a Manta, he's going to be able to just disconnect himself from any of this engagement. Troll with the Axe, going to be very tanky. Oh, he's going for S and Y. Yeah, fair enough. Just any of the big Yasha items and off he goes.
Yeah, this is... I mean, it's early days, but you look at the lineups, and this is going to be quite a challenge, I feel, for Into the Breach.
They're going to have to hit some big vacuum walls, steal the economy from the side of Chicken Fighters, and then maybe they can just blow up some heroes. But yeah, no camp stack from Into the Breach. It's such a necessity right now in how kind of Dota's played out.
Supreme is pretty deep here. The ball is going to be dropped down. Supreme, he's going to die for this one. I mean, he was...
Okay, yeah, just fed.
He was going super aggressive there, stepping all the way up towards the tier 2, trying to get aggressive onto the Warlock, but he was deep and on his own.
Yeah, I guess that's the benefit of the Axe pick. Troll can't be too cocky because if he ever does ult, you can still Culling Blade through that.
Culling Blade, just it does make the game a bit of a nightmare for the Troll. You've got to be very preemptive on the battle chances. You just can't afford to wait until you're low HP.
Watch out, the Warlock and Dark Widow gank duo is running at the Centaur. All right, they're bringing Lifestealer in
They've got Thug, but there is a Stampede available for Chessie, and immediately Chessie, he's out.
Yeah. Centaur goes Zumi. Chessie's like, haha, nice gank.
Not a successful one, unfortunately, for Into the Breach. As mid Supreme putting some good pressure onto the tier 1 tower, already half taken away. And he himself halfway towards the Aghanim. Sarah able to scout out Malik. It's got Zibe here as well.
Charlie's posturing as well to join in.
They've definitely got the damage as they easily burst down Malik. Another kill for Charlie to get involved in. 2-0-2 already here on the safe lane Morphling.
Yeah, beautifully played around the catapult wave as well. You get the Axe kill, you fortify to keep your creeps alive, and this tower, it should just fall. Fishman and Tanner, they're trying to play like they did in Game 1. They're trying to be this kind of active support duo, but it's so difficult when you're playing with the Warlock. He also doesn't really have mana. An issue with both Darkseer and Warlock, they're so mana hungry, it's hard when they're trying to enable their cores of farm up. They can't instantly then pivot to defend the tower as well, so they are struggling with kind of resource management to pick and choose a fight. Losing both mid and bot at minute 11.
Yeah, just Into the Breach, unable to do anything against this right now. Chicken Fighters getting away massively with this duo call that they've decided to run. I mean, to already be as far ahead as they are here 11 minutes in. Got to feel pretty scary for Into the Breach. And Tantic will get the setup onto Arrow. They'll put the Stampede, but Arrow's already locked down by the call from Malik. So a kill, but still yet to see what Into the Breach is able to do about this Troll, about this Morph that are getting very out of hand.
I guess the key thing for Into the Breach to look for... Oh, okay, that was a nice little rage at least. The key thing for them is they do have a better timing. Even if they're slightly behind, they can go to Roshan quite quickly. Warlock is going for the Medallion, soon to be Solar Crest. You're going to have this Darkseer with an Aghanim. Like, they have a really nice timing, where Chicken Fighters, they're a little bit more independent and fragmented with how they approach this game. It's how well is Supreme playing by himself, and it's propping up the cause. Whilst, like I said, Into the Breach, they're aligning themselves for all 5, entering the same fight easily. So give it 4 or 5 minutes, we should be seeing some smokes coming out from Into the Breach, and that will be kind of the make or break point for them.
Sure.
Because if they can start punishing the greediness and the lack of team fight Chicken Fighters have, that's when a game can get quite snowbally. But still, it's going to be a very difficult road because it's getting to that window of farming up. And they just need to just accept that the game's a little bit hard right now and not try and overplay their hand.
See Fishman and Tanner heading up here. They have got Thug coming across. Chessie this time, Stampede still on cooldown for 12 seconds. Have they got the damage for him? Bringing in Thug. They do. Chessie's trying to chase down Tanner to bring him down with him, but he won't be able to get his hands on him. As Tanner's away, they bring down Chessie just in time before the Stampede's up. Bottom lane, Malik gets the call. Dunk a little early, though. Might not matter here, though, with the Battle Hunger ticking down. Jibe.
He tried to deny himself, but the Smasher...
They're actually dropping the wall here to make sure they get the kill. Ooh. So Santic, he will find it with the ult.
Nice. And I hadn't actually even checked on the Lifestealer, but he wasn't going for an omelet at all. He went for the Maelstrom and then going for the Sange after. much more aggressive build to play around that timing that I mentioned. I don't mind that at all. Also can keep up a farm a little bit. That's why he's second net worth, because he has this farming item. The Javelin. Oh, yeah, that's it. The Javelin as well to play into the Vanguard of the Centaur. Yeah, I actually prefer that a lot more. It's an adaptation because of what's becoming meta from the offlane.
We'll see. Agnums is now on its way out for Supreme, so.
Yeah, he's going to be hard to kill. Most of Into the Breach's damage right now comes from these easily dispellable spells. Oh, and then when they run in with the Iron Chill as well, he's just going to have to purge them all off. So you're going to have to lock him down or take a fight away from him.
They get a good call to start things off. Malik's able to get the grab. Can they get him low enough for the dunk? No, he's out with the Stampede. Chessie able to come in with the save, gets Supreme out of there. With the ultimate, they bring down the Warlock. They're trying to turn, but Chessie, he's not going to quite be able to finish off Thug here as Thug. And he's actually going to have the center that he's inside being taken over there by Jibe. Chessie does manage to find Tanner. They bring down the two supports of Zantic. This gets burst here by Charlie, zipping in with a waveform and the adaptive strike. As Chicken Fighters, they'll come out on top. They try and make the jump there into the breach, but they could not quite kill Supreme in time.
SMY now complete on Morphling. Yeah, that fight, they just weren't ready.
Oh, and
catching
Doug. He's trying to farm it. The Golem comes down.
All right.
They're in with the call. Oh, it's a big call as well. Malik gets the three of them. As they were able to bring them all, get at least the two of them, and the big one as well, Charlie, going down. They're going to try and run down Chessie. The Supreme is able to hold him back with a slow, but just like that there with the Golem dropped. And Malik, he's not quite done yet. He's closed the gap onto Chessie. Hasn't quite got mana for the call, though. And Chessie will be able to get into the trees and TP out. Or will he actually? The root catches him. Malik has got the mana for the call now if he can get in range. But Chessie taking the sensible route and just continue to back off. So a rough fight to start things off there from Into the Breach, but they managed to turn it around a little bit with that counterplay from the two of them.
Yeah, Charlie just wasn't ready for that. He fully Agimorph when he walked up that high ground into the Golem, then the call after. So yeah, great from Into the Breach, and that's where that play they just made. If they made that kind of group play with the Darkseer online, with the Warlock available, they could have maybe made it, but it was a little bit disconnected where they're jumping without them, then they kind of jump in after one by one, so a little bit sloppy from them. Chicken Fighters identifying that weakness and able to run them down. This is such a hard game where if they don't kill them within that lockdown, that initial burst, the Troll, the Morphling, these are cores that thrive in longer engagements, kiting out, resetting, and going again. But it's not all doom and gloom. Like, the fact that they got that recovery kill, it is so important. But they have to wait for next Golem, group up, and they have to make a big play. They need to break down the map. They haven't taken a tier 1 tower yet. At 16 minutes, that's pretty devastating.
Still having Charlie sitting at the top of the board here as the Morph. As I mentioned earlier, not the best amounts of catch for him, so it's a good Morph game. Sitting those timings.
Yeah, this next Golem is going to be so important because they have the Solar Crest complete. Yeah. They most likely will have Halberd complete on Lifestealer, Ags on Darkseer. So this is what I've been talking about for the last 4 or 5 minutes. This is the timing that they hit. Their biggest, single most important timing in the game. Because that single smoke, if they lose that fight, it's going to be so hard for them to win. Compare that to, obviously, Chicken Fighters. Their cores are all building so independently. And they're the ones now pressuring without this Golem available. Playing Willow into Nyx, it feels so hard.
Supreme and Era, they've got the catch onto Tanner.
Yeah, really nice stuff. And now without the Golem, this timing that I mentioned, Chicken Fighters, okay, get a pick off, instantly go to Roshan, take away that potential Aegis threat. Because if they take that away, then what happens? We don't have a lot of stuns. How do you kill a troll twice?
I mean,
they're just going to go.
Are they? How quickly is it
Golem's
going
up
down?
in 6. All right.
Yeah, they've got the full combo.
This is the big fight.
And Chicken Fighters, they're taking it down pretty quickly, but the wall's dropped down.
He's hit no one though, hasn't he?
He's not. Oh, managed to get the connection here. Malik's going to get the call off to the side. As Chessie, he's
amazing from Era.
Oh, he can't get the ult off.
That was absolutely amazing from Era. His positioning to get that. Oh, that was.
They just couldn't. They couldn't get the team fight out at all. Just a wall and nothing to follow it up. As Chicken Fighters, the two of them between Era and Chessie, those stuns, they just couldn't follow it up at all into the breach. The fight's a complete disaster, and now Aegis is in the hands of Charlie.
That was like 2 spells away from being such an even fight, and unfortunately not. Darkseer didn't use Vacuum on his wall to get any of the illusions. He assumed that no one was in there. Yeah, we're going to see it here. So he drops down the wall. There we go. But he doesn't actually cast his Vacuum. He just cancels it straight up. And on the backside of the fight, you see Era just come in and hit. And he just stuns up. Oh, no, it's Chessie. I said Era. I'm so sorry. It was Chessie. It was his stomp.
It was against the jump.
Woof.
I mean, they were both ready for it.
Yeah.
Era's able to come in with the follow-up.
Yeah. All right. I retract everything I said about Era.
Replace it with Chess.
Yeah, replace it with Chessie. Thank you. We can edit that out in post. It's fine.
We go back on with the action now. Aegis
going again
for the next 4 minutes. I mean, they really want to use this team fight. They want to drop the golem. They know that with every minute passing, it's only going to get harder for the Malik. He's going to be off the mark with the jump. Era's fine. Or at least he's able to get his spells off. May still die here. They get the vacuum back. There's the combo. They get the golem down on the three of them. Tanner trying to get the fear out, but he's already gone. They'll lose Tanner. Can Into the Breach get anything more? They've got the control onto the troll. Have they got the dunk in time? Malik, no, he's not got it up. It's still on cooldown. Won't be able to finish off Supreme as Supreme's out of there. Charlie looking to chase down the two of them, turns into the axe to get the cool control onto Thug. And Charlie falling a little bit low here. He's having to retreat for now. Charlie, he might actually go down the one shot.
Okay.
They could take the Aegis out of his hands. Can they do it a second time? The Supreme's still around. Charlie, he's got waveform back up, so he's able to get out of there. Malik will get the grab onto Jibe. So Into the Breach, able to find a fight there where they take the Aegis away from Charlie. And on top of that, they're able to get a kill. They get Jibe. So all things said and done, not the greatest of moves there for a Chicken Fighters that had the Aegis, as Into the Breach are able to shake them up a little bit.
Yeah, this is the type of fight where Chicken Fighters will realize, okay, we have to respect the team fight that they have, because if they can sync up and combo the wall or the golem together, we will just be falling. And they're going to be going, okay, mate, Chessie, you did such a great job outside Roshan. We need to do that again, maybe. Or Era, you know, you step it up, get a stun off, and we can maybe fight around that, because that aggressive move, unfortunately for them, they aren't really able to get anything. And Into the Breach will be so thankful that occurs, because, yeah, this could have been a really rough fight, but it just builds down. When you have more team fight, you're always going to have a way to get back into the game, because it just takes that one fight to pause the momentum of your opponent.
And do you like this build from Supreme, going for the Eternal Shroud after his axe?
It's very Thompson-esque. You know, it's very, I want to be the front line. I want to be the damage soak. But with this type of game, I would have maybe preferred him being a little bit more, you know, Corey, because he's got the axe. He's able to take away all of the dark side spells. Why not let him also become a big threat? Because right now, the way he's itemizing, you can kind of ignore him to the side, drop everything on the Morphling, and then all the damage will be going. So, yeah, I'd like to see... He's going SMY, good shout, but SMY +1, then he's going to get into the game. So he has delayed his ability to kill heroes, but he's now very tanky for sure with the Shroud. A lot of the damage from Into the Breach is magical, of course, playing around the shells. He just doesn't want to buy BKB. That's it, Owen.
I think that's exactly what it is. And
that -1 second on the first juice, can't buy it anymore.
No.
Yeah.
And at least, you know, with the Shroud as well, it means that he's going to have mana guaranteed to throw out for the Dispel, say if he's ever caught low, as long as he's got enough to pop it, soak up the damage from the Iron Shells, you know, that's going to feed him with the mana required to then remove them and keep the fight going in his favor. So, yeah, we'll guarantee him to always have the axes out to dispel things.
Another smoke up from Into the Breach. Every time they have their golem, they're like, we gotta go. And I respect that hustle, but this time, they cannot get stomped by Chessie if they want to win the fight. Luckily for Into the Breach here, they don't have... They're running into, like, no vision. Oh, what a beautiful scan from Radiant. That was for Charlie. He wanted to farm up that camp, but he's like, you know what? Let's check first. Boom. Goes red, runs away.
Chicken Fighters are going to try and hit them with that knowledge of where they were swinging around Into the Breach.
Oh, Fishman. Get up the high ground.
There's a bit of a spooky jump for Chicken Fighters to make, as Into the Breach have got the ults ready to go.
It's very spooky for both teams, because if you try and initiate on Into the Breach and miss one of your key spells, that's when the Troll, the Morphling, they'll thrive. They'll have that Stampede from the center and they'll run over the fight. And then on the flip side, if Chessie's the one initiating, suddenly you're not going to be able to cancel out some of the big team fight spells and kill them off before they use them. So, yeah, even though it's 8k to Chicken Fighters, this fight is all about... No, this game so far is all about who makes the next jump. Because it's deceptive the amount of damage that you have. Luckily, again, if you do want your Dire to be in the lead here, they're locked into levels, less of items. So this net worth disparity doesn't really show the true strength of the game right now. Especially when your Troll's not really buying damage items.
Tanner He senses the error's about. He's got the dust.
So many
out here.
routes.
Vacuum as well into another route. There's no escape for this man. Azera, he is going to go down. Set up here, Malik trying to get him with a jump. Closes the gap onto Supreme. Supreme and Charlie, they want to try and turn and fight. They do. Charlie, he's going to head straight over towards Fishman. Chesney in with the stun. Fishman is able to get the golem off in time. Charlie now turns over towards Zantic. The wall's been dropped down. Chesney's being focused and pushed back by Thug and the golem. Chesney trying to run. Thug, is he able to finish him off? He's able to get the slow in.
The bash.
As he will die. Chesney gets caught. A 2-for-1 here. Chicken Fighters, can they still fight with just the 3 of them? Thug, he's heading in. First hit bash, it sets up onto Supreme. Supreme, of course, very tanky with the Eternal Shroud. Zibe, he's caught in the wall. I mean, Thug, Malik, and the Golem, they're just going to surround Zibe. Zibe getting bashed. He's going to slowly but surely die here. Get the Baltrons coming out from Supreme as he tries to fight into Malik, but Supreme, he's getting pretty low himself. He's got to run. Thug's in with a rage. He's going to be looking to chase down Supreme. Supreme, he's going to go down. As into the breach. I mean, the fight is theirs. They're getting big kills. They're getting Supreme. Sure, Charlie's able to make it out of there. But again, you know, this is some painful stuff here for Chicken Fighters, considering the lead that they have.
Yeah, it all starts with just picking off air at the very start of the fight. Yeah, amazing stuff. Thug the entire time, just clicking his way through. I don't know if we saw it, but Centaur running away. He was about to save himself from the lifestealer. He got the first hit bash, saving, and he instantly died.
I was coming in for a flashy 3-man call, but he is on his own here.
Oh, yeah, so, he's very dead. All right, take it back. All right,
it looked pretty, but that was one of those moves where, you know, he sort of jumped in, he's saying team, and the team's like, dude, we're
pushing the tier 1
we're miles
tower,
away.
Yeah.
We're miles away.
Unfortunately, being pretty doesn't win you Dota.
No, as Malik just offers himself up. As that sort of sells the score a bit again and makes it kind of back into the same lead, the 7k advantage that Chicken Fighters did have before that last fight. I mean, the thing is as well for Chicken Fighters, do they ever really need to be up there? They have a Troll and a Morph that are both insanely farmed. Can they not just keep hitting creeps and take this as late as they want? Like, they're in a pretty comfortable position, right, with their drafters. The team fight always going to be a big threat to them from into the breach.
Yeah, I think it's simply that. They're just so scared to run into the big team fight because what happens when you do get hit by a wall? This Morphling bought Scardy.
Okay.
You want to have a Scardy against Morphling. Now, if you give away the Scardy to your opponent, it's going to be so hard to play into. And that fight could have been so much worse because Atlantic actually missed a vacuum onto the Morphling with the wall. So that could have just been a complete clean out. And yeah, they are just fully respecting the type of fight they have right now. They're going for an E-Blade. They're looking for... We need to actually get a pick off to start this fight. Because in the pure 5-on-5, it is so difficult to run up into these high ground areas and to truly control it. You can see into Reach, they only play on their side of the river for the last like 5-6 minutes. They've allowed Chicken Fighters to have this false confidence of aggression running into team fight, and that is so scary. Look, Golem back up again. We'll into the breach, smoke once more.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, they have one on Tanner. They're going to just give it another go.
Is this unusual, or is this what Morphs are doing nowadays? You know, level 20, taking the strength talent over the waveform attacking targets.
I think in this game, he's very scared about that initial jump.
Okay.
It's the Axe cool, it's the Golem. Other than that, he's going to be able to survive most. So I think it's very much a situation of, if I live, I can crush the fight. But I still think they should go for the attacks targets if they're able to actually play around
like
it.
you think this is definitely a
it's just very
special situation
exactly.
here.
That one is really annoying to play into. Just waveforms in.
Your supports just die.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Smoked up. This smoke is a little bit awkward though from into the breach because Roshan potentially respawning in a minute's time. Or no, it is respawning, sorry, in a minute's time. So they need to be able to win the fight in a window where if they do win it, they can go straight Roshan. Because if they take the fight, go even, that's where Chicken Fighters with Troll and Morphling can instantly just take that, especially with the Enchantress having the Soda Crest. Again, it's only a 7k lead, and it really doesn't feel like that. It's a very, very close game.
So you think any fight they get a vacuum wall golem combo out?
Yeah, exactly that, yeah. Oh, he tried. Ambitious, Atlantic. Very ambitious.
Yeah, fighting around this Roche timing. Very, very scary for both teams. A lost team fight here. You're going to be conceding the Roche. 20 seconds till it's up, and neither team likely to head in until the fight has been found.
Yeah, the amount of vision around this pit right now is so critical. Chicken Fighters have 3 wards, 1 outside the bottom side of the pit and on the high ground, and then Dire, they're hugging just a single ward here. So Into the Breach won't be trying to run into Roshan straight away, and that's why you see both teams posturing here, because other than this area, the map is in complete darkness. That's how important this objective is right now. Yeah, the vision for sure going the way of Chicken Fighters for this Roshan pit. Beautifully drawn on the minimap. Thank you very much. And I love you too, Observer.
I've got the E-Blade done on Charlie, so...
Oh, Chicken Fighters, they're just instantly going in for it. Yep.
I mean, into the breach, if they make the move in time, they're going to have to make the move quickly.
What? Mate, oh, okay, this was the pseudo check. It doesn't give vision, but if they kill it, they know.
So you're saying they should have ignored the courier there?
Yeah, for sure.
Let it live?
Yeah, you shouldn't ever kill it. That's just an A-click situation where you keep spamming
Sure.
A-click and boom, accidentally get it.
And Roche is very low now. And weren't able to
They're
finish
so
yet.
grouped. All right, is Chessie wrapped around?
He's trying.
He is, he's looking.
He is up there. Oh, Charlie's got a DD. They've got to be careful. This Morphling's got a DD. Thug.
Oh.
DD Morph's going to finish this Roche pretty quickly. They've got to commit something now if they want to do it. But Chessie, he's able to get it on the backline. 3-man stop, but he doesn't catch Fishman. The wall vacuums down. Malik's in with a cool catch. His Era. Era's going to go down. Chessie also getting very low. Battletron's coming out as Supreme's ready to charge straight in the midst of it all. They come up with a punch. The illusion, though, the Morph is beating down onto Charlie. Charlie silenced. He's getting low. Thug's trying to stand his ground. The bash comes out. Charlie is still alive. Finally falls. That's the Aegis gone.
It's illusioned, man. Woo!
It is. It's going to work it. Turning over towards Supreme. Now having to back up a bit into the breach. They had to come in with the 2 buybacks. Malik, he's got the call onto the 2 cores, but they got the damage to bring down Charlie. They hit him with the stun. Vacuum onto the 3 of them. Thug coming in with the damage. Chessie gets the hoost top off, but Thug's able to step to the side and turn back over towards Supreme. But Supreme is caught at Xanti. As the Darkseer goes down, Charlie and Supreme chasing again. Malik will get the call off, but they've lost Thug. Malik underneath the tower, trying to get some sort of safety, but Chicken Fighters, they're going to continue to hunt him down. They'll find him in the trees. Another call comes out, but it doesn't matter. Malik will fall. The team wipe is there. As also to the side, Supreme was able to run down Tanner as they kill 7 kills in a row there. 2 diebacks involved in that attempted fight from Into the Breach as Chicken Fighters just able to get a solid enough start. Chessie, again, just getting those hoof stomps off to really shake things up from the beginning and force Into the Breach's hand.
And this is why smokes is so important, because you see how Into the Breach, every time they had a golem, they would smoke. And for this important Roshan fight, they didn't have the smoke. They're all standing in vision. Chessie, he's playing on the top side of the fight, gets that big stomp off, and at this point, they're just throwing like Hail Mary spells. Like, okay, guys, just throw him down here. Let's see if we can get anything. But they haven't really connected on the important heroes. Malik instantly dying, and now they're trying to buy back and TPing into
Up
the outpost.
ground.
Yeah. This is free racks now for Chicken Fighters.
A fortunate DD rune as well for Charlie.
Very fortunate, yeah.
A perfect time to grab that for the
Blessed
Roche
be
for the
thy
fight.
RNG, yeah.
And mid-rack's gone without any potential from Into the Breach to push it back, and now they're down 20k.
Just look at the mini-map. Look at how many wards are outside Roshan for Chicken Fighters. They're like, yeah, we're going to win this fight, guys. And yeah, wards win games.
That paid off.
Take a screenshot of this mini-map, guys. If you ever want to take a fight at Roshan, this is like perfect.
And what is this? What is this from Supreme? Is this some sort of cocky stuff here?
No, this is...
The Radiance? Is this some big brain stuff? What's the Radiance troll going to do?
This is just the Thompson build. Very questionable Into the Dark.
I mean,
though. They really are trying to give as many items away as possible. I think that's what they're going to try and do at the end of it.
Yeah, this is... Yeah.
Scardy,
I mean, as you
Radiance.
said, this is the meta now. Radiance troll. That's what the pros are doing here.
Well, it's more like Thompson.
Yeah, I mean,
everyone else is having
now
a little...
Supreme, it's still you got 2 of them on them.
That's true.
On the way to this build now.
You have to win the game first, you know. Yeah, actually, no, this is most likely going to be a win. Yeah, okay, yeah, there's 2 pros now doing it.
This is the way. I mean, Tanky, I mean, it's obviously already very hard to fight into you.
If he's good, he'll just turn it off before he becomes gets connected to the wall.
Just got to be smart about how you walk into the wall with it.
That's got to be good. Chicken Fighters now have to be very disciplined with how they siege. They need to approach it in a form of Morphling by himself, and then the supporting cast can help after that. Because right now, I don't see Morphling dying inside of the initial jump. Maybe in a perfect scenario where it's like an At's call with Blade Mail, when Morphling's already pretty like agi morphed, that's the only way here. He has the E-Blade, he has the Static, he's playing like 3,500 HP. It's so hard to kill him.
Oh, look at the jump on Chessie. Chessie's been caught on the side. Wall down on the Charlie. Stampede's out. Basher's where they got enough damage to take down Chessie. Chessie getting low, so Shibe. They'll bring down Shibe very easy, and Chessie's going to fall off to the side as well. Hit the two of them. Charlie is going to turn towards Malik. Malik's got the call, locking him down, but Charlie with the rage will continue to fight forward, take down Malik. Another punch comes out, another illusion. It's got to be a little careful now. There's more Thug staying on top of him. Silence comes out. He's going to try and turn and fight back Charlie, but another bash is there from Thug. The root's out as well. Error from the low ground's able to get the stun in position. Supreme committing with the ultimate onto Thug, but another bash Thug. He's got to step back and run. The Morph illusion is fighting back hard at them. And Xantic, he's got to retreat here, Thug. I need to get the jump in. Error. He's closed the gap onto Xantic. Xantic popping the greens, trying to get out with the surge, but Charlie's back in with the burst. Will take down the Darkseer.
This is what's happening now, because Xantic creates Illusion of Morphling, Enchantress steals Illusion of Morphling to then send it back at the enemy.
Yeah, it's having a big impact. As top, they get the racks. I may lose Supreme here for this. They will. Is Supreme down for 90 seconds. See if they're able to do anything with that. Did have to use 2 buybacks themselves there on both Fishman and Xantic. And of course, Chicken Fight is still getting the objective. Another melee racks taken away.
It's actually a 48k net worth lead to Chicken Fighters, because when Enchantress steals the illusion, just 2 of them.
I'd say, I mean, if we saw it here, as you said, Shiba able to get that assistance at least in the turnaround. Yeah, pretty much what
that was so clutch, actually. As Enchantress is about to die, he then takes over the illusion.
He really did.
Which then results in killing off the Warlock at the tail end of the fight.
I think, that illusion pretty much survives for the full duration as well. Yeah. So just little things like that. Shibe just getting that play off before he dies, giving them that extra bit of firepower.
Hey, look at Fish. What does Fishman do here? He uses Solar Crest. He's trying to whip himself out of it.
And then Tanner. Look how much damage that Shibe just did so much damage effectively in that fight.
Yeah, he wasn't even dead. Yeah. And another pause. Oh.
I mean, how do you, I guess you got to kill the Enchantress.
Yeah.
You have to blow up the Enchantress. He gets the chance to get one of these illusions, and
which is something we haven't really mentioned yet, because it hadn't been occurring. But now Zibby just realized, like, wait a second, guys, why are we so scared? Nice little back and forth between the teams. We can now judge Charlie if he's gone too long.
Oh, where's he gone?
I assume he's gone to the toilet.
Oh, was it?
Well, he's gone too long, you know. It's like, Charlie.
Oh, he's got, well, the rules get 5 minutes, I believe. On the old pause timer. I'm sure he'll be back in time. Either way, he's dead for 80 seconds. I mean, no, he's not, sorry. It's a pre-minute. 2 carries in the game.
They actually share hero control sometimes.
He's back. Good to go. But, a little bit of a window here with Supreme dead for 70. See what Into the Breach can achieve with it. They don't have Golem up until Supreme's back in the game. So, the team fight's still a little lacking from that punch from Fishman.
You are very right, though, in the kind of how the fight construct is changing now. This Darkseer can't be all, confident with his wall usage. He has to be able. They need to locate the Enchantress, kill him off. Then you should crush the fight with just the Morph illusion alone. But it's about unlocking that, because Zibbe, it's just too easy for him to steal it over.
Yeah, you've got to find Zibbe.
Tanner just checking if his ult works.
Go for the Ags next, Chessie, making sure that he can beef up the team even more.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
making that much harder for Into the Breach to take them down during their team fight combos that they unleash.
The confidence that they're playing with right now, just because they have Troll dead, it is somewhat commendable. But it's so critical. They have to play in their vision. Like, every single fight that they've had right now, they've either been like slightly too late with a key spell, or they've just given away Aegis. I mean, that's kind of the story of the game so far. It's just their inability to truly contest Roshan with the amount of team fight they had. Now, 2 times it's failed, so the next smoke they have in the tank, it needs to be unlocking Roshan. I don't want to see them just smoking up blindly for some empty kills, because it's not going to give them any real map presence compared to Chicken Fighters. When you have this 20k, 22k advantage, You can run around the map, do whatever you want, and eventually you'll always still be able to contest that Roshan because you'll have buyback advantage and these tier 2s to TP to.
There we go. They have the Radiance ready for the next fight. Well, yeah, interesting to see if he does, you know, Supreme try and toggle it around that wall being dropped. As, if not, definitely something else that will add to the firepower of Into the Breach in the team fights. See them go out with the smoke. As they know that they're still in a comfortable position with the advantage, and if they can get the jump on Into the Breach before they're able to put a team fight combo together, they'll have a pretty easy chance that Charlie and Supreme will be able to clean up. As they get the catch on Tanner. Tanner, has he got any way of getting himself out? He hasn't. And oh, Fishman tried TPing out in the middle of the lane.
Ambitious. Very ambitious.
That's probably just game here. Both
Unfortunately,
supports dead without buyback. Just like that. And Atlantic, he's gone as well. No buyback on him. That's it. That's the game. Unless Thugito and Malik are able to do anything incredible, I don't think. So it's pretty impossible.
They've infested up Owen. They're trying here. They've got the buyback.
Okay.
They're going to give it one last shot. Will they do it? Probably not, but... Wait, hold.
They get the jump. Yeah. They've got the damage. They've lost Tanner.
All right, no, it's over. There it is.
GG is called. So all crumbling to a very abrupt end there. But overall, not too surprising. Really, the lead chicken fighters have had this game. And the fact that they really did get away with this draft, having a bit of a greedy choice here with this Troll Morph, which is something that we sort of seen Troll AM the other day.